Earthquakes in general are caused mainly due to the disequilibrium in any point of the Earth's crust. Major earthquakes in the world are caused by the natural forces, and also some minor earthquakes happen due to human induced earthquakes. Now coming to the natural forces, very important the phenomena which leads to earthquake, as we already know by this time, is volcanicity or volcanic activity. Volcanicity is considered to be a major cause of the earthquakes. The explosive, violent gases during the process of volcanicity try to escape upward, and hence they push the crustal surface from below the great force, and thus is caused severe earthquake tremors of high magnitude. For example, the violent eruptions of Krakatoa in East Indies between Java and Sumatra caused such a severe earthquakes, destroyed 3 islands, killed 36,000 people, and also caused tsunamis something like 30 to 40 meters high, which were felt near Cape Horn, about 12,800 kilometers away. Now, another very important natural cause of earthquake, which is also associated with the volcanoes but preceded, is the plate tectonics. One of the major causes of the earthquakes is plate tectonics, where both continental crust and oceanic crust either move apart, where we see constructive plate margins, or they move over or collide or slide past over one another. That point is known as the destructive plate margin or the boundary. Particularly in the later type, that means in the destructive plate boundaries or the plate margins, earthquakes of large magnitude occur. Major tectonic events associated with these plates boundaries are ruptures and faults along the constructive boundaries, faulting and folding along the destructive plate boundaries, transform faults along constructive plate boundaries. All sorts of disequilibriums are caused due to different types of plate motions. Another very important natural cause, which is very closely associated with these phenomena, is faulting and elastic rebound phenomenon. The horizontal and vertical movements caused by endogenetic forces result in the formation of faults, and which in turn cause isostatic disequilibrium in the crustal rocks, which ultimately cause earthquakes. According to elastic rebound theory by H.F. Reed, the underground rocks are like rubber and expand and stretch when pulled. The stretching and pulling crustal rocks due to tensile forces is a slow process. The rocks continue to be stretched so long as the tensile forces do not exceed elasticity. They are broken, and broken blocks try immediately to occupy their previous positions so that they may adjust themselves. All these processes occur so rapidly so that causes crustal disturbances in the form of earthquakes. Example, activization of faults along San Andreas Fault in the southwestern United States of America, very close to California. In fact, that earthquake of 1906 belongs to this. So also this fault adjustment often takes place on the land also. In Asia, in our own country, in Maharashtra, there is a big kind of fault and earthquake happened in 1963, and that is attributed to elastic rebound phenomenon. And also Buzz earthquake of 2001 also happened mainly due to the activization of faults. Now let me come to human-induced earthquakes. Construction of huge reservoirs for irrigation and to generate hydroelectricity is one of the human-induced reasons for the cause of the earthquakes. In fact, their impounding of sudden huge quantity of water leads to disequilibrium in substrata and activization of faults beneath. There are many examples across the world for reservoir-induced earthquakes. Human activities like increased exploitation of groundwater. In fact, for increasing urbanization. Our towns and cities need more water. We draw a lot of water from underground water. So deep underground water mining and also mining of the minerals, particularly oil, coal and natural gas, etc. And also during the construction activities, dynamites used for blasting, particularly nuclear explosion, etc., have induced medium to minor earthquakes.